and its people. But tonight we're focusing on the number 3 issue on Kenyans' minds, and that's the issue of insecurity, which also reigns rampant in that particular part of the country. I want to hand you over back to Linda Ogutu with more.
You're watching Election Center and you're live in the county of Kiambu. Of course, you're looking at the issues that are pertinent to the voters even as we head towards the next general election. And tonight, we will be speaking to William Kabogo, the man who hopes to become the governor in this county. Mheshimiwa, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be speaking to you about all the issues we've been covering, Rita and I, and you're hoping you can shed some light on them. All right, so the county of Kiambu is home to one of the main presidential contenders, that is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. A lot of people seem to think that his party, that is TNA, enjoys a lot of support in this region, but analysts seem to differ in a small way because they say his party may actually face a lot of competition from smaller parties. Rita Tinina is taking a close look at that story.
Home to one of the main contenders in the presidential race, Uhuru Kenyatta, the agricultural-rich county of Kiambu is once again in the spotlight. On the streets of Gatundu, little gives away the big quest by one of their own. Uhuru will be seeking to occupy the seat once held by his father, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. The mention of the name Kenyatta to the older generation evokes memories of the man and his leadership style.
Alikuwa anaheshimiwa tena na napewa heshima. Sio kama hawa kina Kibaki wanatusiwa.
Uhuru is seen to enjoy massive support in the larger central Kenya region, and some locals here say it has nothing to do with his father, nor the fact that he comes from here.
Tunachunguza wengine, tunaona yeye anawachida ako mbele, si sababu ya Gatundu au sababu ya kuwa mtoto ya Kenyatta.
Uhuru was introduced to politics by former President Daniel Arap Moi in 2001. Seen as Moi's protege, he ran for the presidency in 2002 on a KANU ticket and lost to Mwai Kibaki, becoming leader of the opposition in parliament. He set out to prove that he can be his own man. Uhuru will be hoping to be second-time lucky in his quest for the presidency. His home county of Kiambu has the second highest number of registered voters after Nairobi, with just over 860,000 on the voters' roll. But analysts say it may not be a walkover for Uhuru's party, TNA, in other elective positions.
Before the nominations, everybody was talking of Uhuru and the TNA. But when the nomination came, something happened all of a sudden. The people started complaining.
TNA is facing competition from other parties within the alliance as well as without, such as GNU. The county of 12 constituencies will provide the stage for one of the region's critical contests. The gubernatorial race has attracted 4 candidates. Former Juja MP William Kabogo of TNA will be up against former director of the Rockefeller Foundation, Dr. James Nyoro of NAC, former PCEA moderator David Githii of UDF, and APK's Gakuru Kanyanja. Those gunning for the Senate seat are for Kiamba MP Stanley Githunguri of KANU, NAC's George Nyanja, Kimani Wamatangi of TNA, and Saba Asili's Terry Kairu.
Rita Tinina there with the scramble for votes as we head towards the general election. And right now we're looking at the small issues that affect the common man, the issues that have to be sorted before people go and cast their votes. We're speaking to William Kabogo, the immediate former member of parliament for Juja, the man who hopes to become the next governor in this region. Thank you so much for staying with us. I know we've kept you for a while, but let's look at the issue of insecurity. How bad is it in this county?
Well, it's quite bad, because to tell honestly, I mean, you've seen it in the papers every other day that people are mugged here, mugged there. And surely it's because we have less police officers than we would want to have. We have more unemployed people. We have almost 10 out of every 10 people you meet in the streets, 6 or 7 are not working. And they need to eat, they need to do something. So really, to solve the insecurity issue, besides bringing in a better police force, a better trained, more equipped, we need to deal with the issue of unemployment.
But this is something that has been there for quite a while.
It's been growing as time grows. You know, our population is growing, and the police force is not up to date with whatever is happening now in the country. And we need to now match the two. create more equipment for the police and employ more police officers, new equipment, cameras, all this, and at the same time remove the generation of unemployed back to work, either employment or self-employment through skills, as you've seen in our manifesto in TNA and URP.
Okay, we'll get to the manifestos
yes.
later, but then you seem to think that unemployment is actually the cause of this
It is part of the cause.
in the county of
Yes,
Kiambu.
and also corruption in the police force. I mean, guys are not paid well.
Okay.
He's paid 6,000 bob, he has a family. He needs to eat, so he collects 100 bob handout, and life continues.
Stay with us. Of course, the issue of insecurity is not just a concern in the county of Kiambu. In the coast, it is also an issue that the residents there want addressed before the general election, because they say whatever happens with the security that is being observed by leaders will determine a lot in the coming days. Ferdinand Omondi takes a closer look at insecurity in the coastal region. Fadi.